Hello, my friends. Bogdan is here for you, and today's question is a high volatility slots. So these things are very popular these days, and I'm gonna touch five questions that will, shed a light on this topic. First is how to find the slot machine is volatile before starting to play. Secondly is which companies produce high volatility slot machines. Thirdly is that why do they actually publish this kind of slots? Finally, how does it influence the industry? And why is it, in my view, a fake agenda of slots making? So starting from the first one, how to find this or that slot is highly volatile. So there are, four things that come to my mind when I think about finding a volatility. First is number of features. If a slot machine has lots of features in there, including different kind of wilds, special symbols and so on, so transferring wilds. If they have, for example, tumble feature and so on and so on, so the more complex, the more likely it's highly volatile. Secondly is the number of pay line or cluster pay mechanics and so on and so on. So the more pay lines are there, the more volatile is it. The more ways to get you money, to get you winning combinations. The more volatile is it. Thirdly is special symbols, scatters, and so on and so on that participates in pay combinations. The more of them, the more they give to the variety of outcomes. And finally, most importantly, is multi-level, multi-scenario, free spins game, bonus game, whatever you call it. So if you have something that very basic on the base game, and then something very complex in different scenarios, outcomes, and so on and so on a free spin game, you make sure you're confronting a high volatility slot. All right. Second question is which providers are making a high volatility slot machines. So these are this is a very popular thing right these days, but most notable are No Limit City, Big Time Gaming, also traditionally NetEnt, Macro Gaming, and Pragmatic Play. All right, why do they actually produce this type of slot machine? What is the economic reason behind it? So for them, I find three reasons to produce high volatility slot machines. First is competitive position. So the companies from the new wave of new generation of slot producers like No Limit City or Big Time Gaming are trying to get better competitive position on the market, and also they are aspirant leaders or leaders to be in the market. So they produce this one to amuse the whole audience, to get them more competitive advantages in the face of dinosaurs like microgaming or NetEnt. So notably, these ones like NLC, No Limit City, and Big Time Gaming, they have the lowest revenue share or GGR portion for them to pay if you're a casino owner, casino operator. So if you want to start a casino, you will obviously have to pay a certain portion of your money to a game provider. So please note that there is one, the most volatile, the most ambitious. Surprisingly, are those who charge the less part of your overall turnover. So, for example, if NetEnt will charge like 14 of your whole money of your turnover, so for Pragmatic Play will charge 10%, and No Limit City 11%, and so on. So these are eager to earn more, very greedy and very aspirant, very competitive ones. So this is a thing for them to get more space. All right. Also, secondly, the high volatility slots are really good for marketing. They have devised this stuff with influencers, so people would sit behind the screens and play these high volatility slot machines for the fake money, for the money that the casino and software provider themselves will give them. It's not even money, just numbers. But it's fun to know, to show to people that I have won, 10,000 number my bet. I have won probably 11,000. But it's not just, it's very rare things, but they are obviously good for, to picture, to make a video, make a picture and put on, a live stream, or make a, compilation of streams. So influencers are fine, everybody's happy. They're also doing co-promos with operators. You can find Pragmatic Play, for example, a big time game everywhere. A couple of times on a year, they are just giving away huge promos with most of the operators. And these high volatility slots are on the roster. So they are very good for, making them happy, making them noticeable. So marketing is one of the reasons they're doing it. And finally, they are really good for differentiation. So in fact, they produce the category of their own. So they are just, let's take example, water producers. They're not just producing water like everybody else. They produce water in canned water. And it's a whole different category, it's just no one is there, except for maybe some other, but it's a blue ocean, there's lots of opportunities. So also it's really fun for storytelling. You can tell lots of things about it, how you built it, how to play it, what were the largest wins and so on. Whereas the normal slot machines are really not that vivid. All right. So the first point, fourth here, is how does it influence actually the industry? I find that these games are long win games, so you can play them like forever before you win. And obviously they are really dull. If you don't take a face off from how influencers play them on YouTube, on Twitch, if you play them themselves, they're really dull. And this is bad for the overall image of the industry. Also, they bring more complexity to the rules, to the scenarios of game. You have to read all these papers or reviews, or maybe on the game itself. They're more, they're less fun to play, but require lots of reading and understanding. Also, they are something about unnecessary hype. For example, like No Limit City, they produce this game with lots of blood, with popular hype, sujet, and so on and so on. This is not something that the industry goes, in my opinion, goes to. And finally, these are exactly a reason why the new era of instant win games is upcoming. Because, from one side, you have long win games, and this is short win games. Really simple, really crisp, easy to understand and easy to play. So finally, the fifth point here is, why is a fake agenda of slots making? I believe these are a wrong road for the industry. In most of the cases, these are hit and run games. So you will, play with them like 50 spins, you will lose $50 or €50 most of the time, and it's just hit and run. They are not built for retention, obviously. While I believe the whole industry of slot machine making has to be targeted towards increasing retention. This is the future of slot machine, if there is a future for this industry. Also, obviously, they target from their sujet, from their overall idea, overall entourage. These are targeted for younger audience. Whereas the whole market is not about younger audience in any case. It's more about oldest or other, middle-aged, but not young. So these are wrong goals, wrong things that lead to wrong results. And finally, they fuel the dependency and problem game. If you win once, you will be hooked on this one. So you'll be playing constantly. It's the aspiration of return. It goes on to dependency, developing dependency and problem game. So these are my 5 thoughts on high volatility games. There's also an article here below. I will give a link. you can take a look which are exactly the notable high volatility games. If you have questions, comments, would like to ask a question to me, or you have an answer to question that I've asked, please drop me email on my website mycasinoindex.com, or leave a comment here on the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.